Hello students, welcome to Rational Classes. In this video, we will discuss about parallax method, which is a topic of physics of class 11. This method is very important from the exam point of view and it's very easy to understand. So I'll discuss it in detail here and solve a problem. Now, if you like our videos, please subscribe to watch more of our content and please like and share to support us. Now let's look into parallax method. What is parallax? Now, without defining it first, let's do an experiment. Extend your arm and give a thumbs up to whatever in front of you. This basically means that you extend your left or right arm and put your finger up like you give best of luck to your friends. Now close your right eye and see your thumb with the left eye only. Then notice the position of the thumb with respect to whatever is in front of you. Then close the left eye and watch it with right eye only. You'll notice that your thumb's position with respect to the background changes. Although your thumb is stationary, but both of your eyes see the thumb in different places. This is called parallax. Now, the definition can be written as when an object is seen from two different positions, then there is a change in the position of the object with respect to the background. This phenomenon is called parallax. And the distance between the 2 points is called basis. So in case of you're closing one eye and watching with another, the basis is the distance between your 2 eyes. Let me explain this to you with a diagram. Now this blue figure is a man or a woman, and this circular thing is his head, and he has extended his left arm and stuck his thumb out. Now when he closes his right eye, that is at B, this is the right eye. When he closes B, then he sees through A only, and he sees the thumb at a position A dash at the screen. This green line is the screen, you can call it S screen. So when he looks only with his left eye, he sees the position of his thumb to be at A dash. But when he closes, but then he opens his right eye and closes his left eye, then he sees the position of his thumb to be at B dash. Now you can see that thumb is in one place, but just because you are watching from two different places, A and B, the position of the thumb with respect to the background also changes. This is parallax. Now this is basically a geometrical phenomenon, and using parallax method, we can measure large distances. This is a simple trick of geometry. Now let's consider your two eyes and your thumb AOB to form a triangle. Assuming that your thumb is placed in the middle, now you can see that A is your left eye and B is your right eye. So, and O is your thumb. Now they form a triangle, and in this triangle, the angle subtended by both of your eyes at the thumb is theta. Now, how do you relate this theta with the distance between your eyes, that is D, and the distance from your eyes to the thumb, capital D? For small measurements like your thumb and eyes, it requires Pythagoras theorem, but we can do small measurements with scales only. We use parallax method exclusively for measuring long distances. Now, how do we measure long distances? If you're talking about long distances, then that means this small d, that is the distance between the points of observation, is very, very small compared to this capital D. So if capital D is much, much larger than small d, in that case, we can assume that AOB forms a segment of a circle. If this is, let's consider it with a real example. Let's consider this segment. Now this is the radius R and this is the arc length. Along this is the arc length. But if you make the circle longer, then you can see that the arc flattens out. This is the arc, but it flattens out. It's almost a straight line. The drawings are not very good here, but you can understand it. Similarly, if the distance is very, very large, we can assume a straight line to be a part of a circular segment. Now here capital D is much larger than small d, so we can assume AOB is a circular segment. Therefore, by that formula of circle or circular segment, we can say that the angle theta is equal to the arc length divided by the radius, that is d. Now we can use this to solve various problems about determining large distances, and I'll discuss one such problem next.
Let's look into a problem of the parallax method. The problem states the moon is observed from two diametrically opposite points A and B on Earth. The angle theta subtended at the moon by the two directions of observation is 1 degree 54 minutes. Given the diameter of the Earth is 1.276 into 10 to the power 7 meter, compute the distance of the moon from the Earth. Now, we cannot calculate this distance with a scale, can we? We can take the scale to space. So we'll need to use another method to solve it, and we can solve this by using that parallax method. Now, like any normal problem, let's check what are the given facts here. The given information are given angle subtended is equal to theta is equal to 1 degree 54 minutes, and radius of the Earth, that is the distance between the 2 points from which the angle is measured, is also called basis from the definition of parallax. We can write this as radius of the Earth or basis, let's take it r, equal to 1.276 into 10 to the power 7 meter. Now these are the two given information here. Now let's check. Radius of the Earth is given in its SI unit, meter, but angle subtended theta is not given in SI unit, so we need to convert it into the SI unit of degree, that is radian. Now all of you know that 180 degrees is pi radian, that is 3.14 radian. Now 1 degree is 3.14 by 180 radian, right? Again, we know that 1 degree equal to 60 minutes or 60 arc minutes. So this is equal to 60 minutes. Therefore 1 minute equal to 3.14 by 180 into 60 radian. So using this 1 degree equal to 60 minutes, we can write theta as 60 plus 54 minutes equal to 114 minutes. Calculating this value, we get 1 minute is equal to 2.9 into 10 to the power minus 4 radian. Therefore, this angle subtended is 114 into 2.9 into 10 to the power minus 4 radians, which is again equal to 0.0331 radians. Now let's come back to the parallax method. Let's assume that this is the point on the moon, and if this is the Earth, these are the diametrically opposite points on Earth. These are the points A and B on Earth. This is the point on the moon, and let the point be O, and this is the direction that is observed from A, and this is the direction that is observed from B. And in question it has been asked that the angle made by the two directions of observation is theta, which is equal to 0.331 radians. Let's assume that the distance between the moon and the earth is L. Therefore, from parallax method you can write, or from geometry you can write, that AB by L is equal to 0.0331. Now the value of AB is 1.276 into 10 to the power 7 divided by L equal to 0.0331, implies that L is equal to 1.276 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 0.0331. L comes out to be 383.6 into 10 to the power 6 meters. Or to compare it with the previous distance, we can write this as L equal to 38.36 into 10 to the power 7 meter. So you can see that the distance from the moon to the earth is almost 30 times to the radius of the earth. That's how you solve problems using the parallax method.